Hi, my name is Amy Harrington with the Mindery Malibu, and for today's very short workshop, we're going to be working toward Pinchamayurasana Hollowback. So this is one of my favorite shapes. I absolutely love hollowbacks. They increase your energy, they really open up the chest and release unwanted stagnant energy. We'll do a few drills and then we'll work at the wall. So let's get started. Come into a plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Keep the core engaged, have the glutes and legs strong and active. Lower the right forearm, left forearm, so you're in forearm plank. Right palm, left palm, plank. Switching left forearm, right forearm, left palm, right palm. Take the arms forward in front of you in a long plank. Use your core at stability to lower both forearms down into forearm plank. Shift your weight forward and back, forward and back. Don't let the hips dip or lift. Forward and back. Lower the hips down. Keep the toes curled under in your Sphinx. Widen across the collarbones, shoulders down the back. From our back bend back to forearm plank, push down, belly in, forearm plank. Hips down, toes stay curled under, heart forward, widen across the collarbones. Press down, forearm plank, and lower the hips, heart forward, shoulders back. Last one, forearm plank, lift the hips up, walk the feet toward the elbows for dolphin pose. If you have tight hamstrings, legs go wider and can bend. Shift the weight forward, tap the forehead down or get close to tapping, and shift the weight back. Shift forward, lower the forehead, shift up and back. One more. Shift forward and down. Lower the shins and knees. Grab your block. Place it in front of you on the middle setting or low setting. Middle setting a little more challenging. Take the elbows onto the block. Send the knees back a little bit. Turn your sit bones up. Melt the chest down. Let the forehead lower toward the ground. And lift up. Now we'll take a few drills at the wall, which is my favorite prop. So let's move to the wall. Take an arm's distance from the wall. Hands up the wall. Bend the knees. Push the hips back and the tailbone up. Try to get your chest toward the wall and the chin up for a standing puppy pose. Knees start bent. And straighten the legs. Bend at the knees. Straighten the legs. Bend. Straighten. Bend and hold. See if you can take the chin off the wall. Looking up, and take the chin back to the wall, straighten the legs. Coil your spine off the wall. And take the arms out to the side and slowly lower them down, feeling all that energy, releasing. Good. Now we'll face with our back to the wall, what I call a long arms distance. A fully straight arm plus fingertips. Starting either hip bone distance, a little bit easier if you go just a bit wider. Take the arms up. Take the hips back and the chest forward. Take the arms back, and at the point that you can no longer take the arms back, then the hips go forward, lift the chest, and drop back just halfway. Push into the palms, send the chest up and forward. This is enough, but if you can bend the knees like chair pose and push the booty back to the wall, creating that hollow back shape. Straighten the legs. Try to come off the wall the way you came in. Front ribs pull down to rise up and take the arms down. Good. We're ready for hollow back on forearms, which I will have our students at the wall use the wall, and I'll show you here, and we'll all be working in the same manner. So come down to your shins and knees. Options. I like doing hollow backs like this with the hands together or interlaced versus classic Pinchamayurasana hand placement, but you can choose what feels comfortable for you. Bring the elbows in, lift the hips up, coming into a dolphin. One leg lifts, then the other. You find the wall if you're using it. Push into the palms, lift the shoulders up, bend at the knees, toes touch the wall or toes and booty. Send the face forward and up. Chest moves in the opposite direction of the feet, coming into Svanakasana in Pinchamayurasana. Once you've had enough, release the gaze and slowly lower back down to your dolphin and to shins and knees. Nice work. Now let's take the same shape, but we'll do it on our hands. So puppy hollow back on hands. You can start in a three-legged dog to kick up to your handstand. You could jump into it as well. Kicking up, finding the wall. Bending the knees. Same idea of chest forward. Feet at the wall. And when you've had enough or don't have the wall to support you, you come out. Good. Let's counterpose our wrists. Anytime you're balancing on your hands, it's a good idea to counterpose the wrists. Keep them nice and safe. Good job, ladies. Let's take a quick counter pose. So you can sit on your mats. After all that hard work in puppy pose hollow back, let's take a quick wind down. Take the legs out to the side. It doesn't have to be a full middle splits. And if you need any props to support you, you can always use them. And let the body reach forward into Upavishta Konasana. Some of us might just be in a partial forward fold. If you can fold all the way down, arms can reach forward or out, whatever feels good for you. Lift the body up, turn towards your left leg, and forward fold over the left leg. Lift the body up just enough to get the left arm in front of the leg, and take the right arm up and overhead for a side bend. Left arm can go wherever it feels comfortable. Lift the right arm up, lift the body, turning toward the right leg, and forward fold. Lift the body enough to get the right arm in front of the shin, the left arm up and overhead. And slowly lift up. And guide the legs together. Scooch the hips forward and lie down on your back, taking the arms out like a T or overhead for more challenge. Knees over hips, and take the legs to the left to hover. Keep your core engaged. Belly to spine, come to center. Over to the right. Belly in, back to center. Legs to the left. Ardha Jatari Parivartanasana, half stomach turning pose, back to center. Over to the right. And back to center. Over to the left, and this time we'll let the legs lower onto the ground. Gazing toward the right to complete the simple spinal twist. Belly in, back to center, legs to the right, and allowing them to touch the ground, keeping the left shoulders grounded, gazing to the left. Belly in, back to center. Hands behind the knees, rock forward and back a few times until you're upright. And come into a comfortable seated position, hands at the heart center. Thank you for joining us for this workshop. I hope you had a lot of fun, and see you next time.